One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome everyone to the morning announcements. I'ma say my name so you can pronounce it. Bomani Armah. Shout out to early risers, I see who you are. My morning ritual, thanks for having me over. Start with audiovisual, dose of Sankofa. My favorite occasion's a few moons away. I'm counting rotations to watermelon day. If you're with me this morning, I hope that you're with it. 2 things that I want and 3 ways to get it. Black solidarity, African independence. Honor the ancestors, prepare descendants. 3rd thing you gotta do is love right now. I mean that in every sense and every way you know how. Now throw them up and say what should increase on 1, 2, 3, peace.
Alright, let's do the mic.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning announcements with Bomani Armah on Wednesday, March 29th, 2023. I am Bomani Armah, and we are 129 days away from Watermelon Day at Sankofa. We are here to honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. Friends, let's get right into the program and begin with our libation. Today's libation is for Mae Bailey. Mae Bailey, March 29th, 1918 to August 17th, 1990. An American actress, singer, and author. After appearing in vaudeville, she made her Broadway debut in St. Louis Woman in 1946. She received the Tony Award for the title role in the all-black production of Hello, Dolly in 1968. In 1986, she won a Daytime Emmy Award for a performance as a fairy godmother in the ABC after-school special, Cindy Eller, A Modern Fairy Tale. Her rendition of Takes Two to Tango hit the top 10 in 1952. Here is our quote from Mae Bailey. You never find yourself until you face the truth. I'm going to say that again. You never find yourself until you face the truth. Bailey's truth was her religion, her relationship with God. This should have been obvious to me when I read it. A lot of women from my community would think of it this way. When I say my community, I mean the Black community. With Pearl, I could be more specific and say Washington, D.C., where Pearl lived as a child and returned to get her theology degree from Georgetown. I was trying to get a feel for her and found her performances on YouTube. I also found her last interview with Dick Cavett on his show in 1990. She was old school and a preacher's kid. She reminded me of the women in my family. She spoke confidently in her truth and was proud of it. It was a calming experience, to be honest. I am facing the truth as well. Thanks for these words of wisdom, Bailey. Let's pour a libation for Bailey. We never forget, so never fear. For homies who ain't here, we pouring out a beer. Because of you, it'll never be the same. We keep saying your name while we pour champagne. For the mothers and the father figures, your flame still flickers. We pouring out some liquor. We're the sons and the daughters of heroes and martyrs. Honor you by pouring out some water. Friends, today's libation was for one Miss Mae Bailey. Thank you once again for joining me. I really appreciate your support. I love creating content, creating a positive energy, a positive vibe. That's why I do Watermelon Day every year. That's why I've expanded that vibe to go past that into the morning announcements that I do Monday through Thursday. It's also a part of the new show that I'm doing called Eat, Educators and Artists Talk. I buy my favorite educators and artists lunch and I pick their brains for an hour and a half. Our next guest is going to be this Sunday, April 2nd. That's going to be Baba C, who is an international storyteller. You don't want to miss Baba C's story. You can see the interview, the full-length interview live if you tune into my Patreon page on April 2nd at 2 p.m. And I will play clips of the interview during the week, the same way I did with Drew Anderson. I had Drew Anderson last week, and he was promoting his play that he has coming up. His play is called Push the Button by Drew Anderson and Dwayne Lawson Brown. Trust me, I'm going to be calling Dwayne Lawson Brown later this week. I'm going to set up a date to meet with him as well. You do not want to miss this show. I guarantee you it is entertaining. It is informative. I know their writing style. I know what their passion for the community and telling their stories. And so I think it's going to be an amazing time. During my interview with Drew, I asked him a couple of questions. I asked him what ancestor he wanted to honor. I asked him what books he read. I asked him what advice he had to give for teachers. But then I asked him what young artists he would recommend to other people to look up. People that I know he's got Spit that he's done for years. I know that he does all these projects with these theaters, and he's bringing on new artists. And I interviewed him and I asked him that question. And so I'm actually going to play this clip right now and let Droopy put you on to the new artists you should know more about. Here we go. Exactly. I love this. I'm excited about how I'm gonna use all this material. I'm only keep you for a little bit longer. I know you got a play to get to. Take a moment, think about what's a current artist, someone younger than you, that people need to be up on. And you can give me any information that you want to on this person.
Off the top of my head, I want to give a shout out to this brother named Yalan Cisse. He goes by Omicron Beatbox. He's one of the graduates of the Spit That Homegrown experience that we did with The Arc and Woolly Mammoth as a connectivity event in the summer of 2021. That graduating class, those 5 students who you helped teach about voice, writing, and performance. And I see him taking it seriously. I see him moving forward with his art, taking not just beatbox, but also poetry seriously, seeing how can I make a career out of this? How can I get grants? How can I put myself humbly, but in a position to succeed? So shout you once again, Yalan Cisse, Omicron Beatbox. I see him growing in his craft and approaching it with a good attitude. And oh man, but it's so many. Like I just featured at Spit That, me and Dwayne just featured for Women's History Month. This is named K. Kiara, the storyteller, and it's just named Too Chill Phil. All right, both DC's own. And wow. First of all, individually their poetry is crazy, and they bring a combination, but depending on which one we talk about, of hip-hop and poetry and drama to what they do. But what I really love is they knew they were co-featuring, and we just started doing 2 features at Spit That, like when the pandemic hit, when we started at Woolly. That's when we started doing 2 features on intentionally, because we do it monthly. So we could get more features, more bang for the buck, make more of a big event out of that one event, since it wasn't weekly. And so we got 2 features a month. Out of all those pairs of features, I want to say KKR, the storyteller, and Too Chill Phil were the first ones to collaborate. They wrote a new piece just for that feature and closed with it. And the piece was about sisterhood, fitting because it was Women's History Month, and they genuinely are friends. And when I saw that, I said, y'all got it. Y'all took this opportunity and made the most of it. And then to see them entrepreneurs, they had their books all set up, and they boom, 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 selling them right afterwards and stuff. I'm like, y'all get it. Y'all, it's like in The Alchemist, Paulo Coelho.
The kid's gonna be all right.
That part. There's this part where they say, when you take a step toward your personal destiny, the universe will conspire to help you fulfill it, because the universe, the soul of the world, gets bigger when people find their dreams. So if you pursue your destiny, your personal destiny, the universe will conspire to help you find it. That's them understanding that, even if they wouldn't use those words, that's them understanding that principle. Because instead of just sitting here and saying, don't nobody want to feature nobody, y'all gatekeepers, I wish somebody give me a feature, somebody feature me. They took the feature and then showed why they deserved it. I love that. I love a proactive person who will take the opportunities you give them and make even more from it than just what the face value showed was available. I love that. That inspires me. So, and it's more I could name, but
yes. Oh, this is not your last time on the show. Yeah. That was Drew Anderson talking about his favorite new artist. He's got a long list. I'm going to bring him back so we can introduce you to more. Drew Anderson has his ears on the community, on the pulse of the spoken word hip hop scene here in Washington, D.C. The 3 artists he mentioned, and you can find their Instagram links in my description of this video, is Omicron Beatbox, Too Chill Phil, and K. Kiara, the storyteller. So make sure to check them out. Also, make sure you go and check out Drew Anderson's play. It is called Push the Button. I'm going to try to go catch it this weekend. You want to make sure you catch Push the Button. That's the cast. That is the name of the show. I definitely want you to check that out. And then also this coming Sunday is the next episode of Eat Educators and Artists Talk. My guest is Mr. Baba C. He is always opening the Watermelon Day festivals for us. That falls within a day or two of his birthday all the time. I'm excited to talk about him and his recent travels overseas and how he's spreading his African style of storytelling all over the world, and talk about his history and some advice from him as an OG of this young of presenting the young people. So I'm really looking forward to that. All right, friends, I'm doing a little bit shorter version of my show today. I got a lot going on. I'm actually headed right out the door to do some gigs. So I'm going to end with the Black National Anthem. I apologize. I still haven't gotten my sustain pedal fixed, but I'm going to play right through it, and we're going to keep this moving. Here we go. This is Lift Every Voice and Sing by J. Rosamond Johnson and James Weldon Johnson. Oh, and I forget to do this. I'm sorry. This is something I know I got to do a better job of. Make sure you are going to Patreon and supporting us that way. That way I can continue to make content like this, including this series that I do in the morning, including Eat that I'm previewing now that happens on Sundays, and then also Watermelon Day. If you want to just donate directly to me and you don't like doing these subscription services, you can find me at Cash App, you can find me at PayPal, Zelle, and Venmo. All right, make sure y'all do that. I really appreciate y'all planting seeds into what I do. All right, friends, here we go. This is the Black National Anthem. Friends, that was Lift Every Voice and Sing, written by J. Rosamond Johnson and James Weldon Johnson, also known as the Black National Anthem. That is my time. There are 3 things that I want you to do today. Honor the ancestors, prepare the descendants, and love right now. When I count to 3, I need everyone to say peace. Throw up the deuces. I'll see you tomorrow. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Peace.
Now, melon is sweet, the water is life. So every time we meet, I'ma give you a slice, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. I got the juice and plant the seeds. I reap the fruit and give you what you need, cause I'm the watermelon man. I'm the watermelon man. It's the watermelon man, reppin' red, black, and green. The county of PG sends you greetings from D.